One of the amazing things about the Bible and what it says is that it was relevant to people who lived hundreds and hundreds of years ago, even before Jesus' time. And yet it's still relevant to us today as God's people. Let me read one of the really encouraging sections of Psalm 139 that I really find very helpful. O Lord, you know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts, even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You know what I'm going to say even before I say it, Lord. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go down to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the farthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me fast. There's rather an amusing way about how I got to know about this verse. When I was a teenager, I was reading a novel, a very short novel. It was a love story, it was a romance, and it was written with a Christian background and from a Christian perspective. And it was about a young woman in her 20s who really got fed up with life at home and possibly the restraints placed on her there, which was a Christian home. And she got ready and went away, far away, I think significantly to basically the other side of the world. And when her mum was helping her to pack her clothes, her mum wrote a scripture verse on a piece of paper and put it in the coat pocket. The girl went away and she went overseas and she had a new life there, and it actually didn't turn out the way that she had hoped for. And she found herself in a lot of distress and anxiety, miles from anywhere, miles from any support. And she was out one day and she put her hand in this coat pocket and pulled out the piece of paper which her mother had written on. And this was the verse that she read. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the furthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me. Your strength will support me. Even there your right hand will hold me fast. And so that was the first time I came across those verses, and from time to time I have thought about them and they have come back to me in situations where perhaps I wasn't very sure what was going on. I wasn't very sure, was I in the right place? Was I doing the right thing? And was God interested in me at that point? And so I just leave these verses with you again because they are very encouraging. It doesn't matter where you are, where I am, what we're thinking, whether it's positive or negative towards God and his things. He is there right beside us. Let me read them just one more time. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go down to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings of the morning, and if I dwell by the furthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me fast.